So we're gonna be here on the side control, okay? So he's gonna put the elbow inside here, my legs, and sometimes it's really hard for me to take this elbow out. I'm gonna push with my leg that's close to his hip, and then underhook right here, like with the other leg. Okay, so just like doing this. All right. So I go 1 and 2. In the meantime, here I'm gonna put this arm inside here. Okay. Then I'm just gonna hold with 4 fingers inside or the thumb inside. Okay. So right before I move here, during the transition, I hold his collar here. Okay. So I go 1, 2. So I step my leg forward, and I get the underhook. Okay. Once I get the underhook, I can grab his collar here. I can grab like this or like that with my 4 fingers inside. Okay. Now my goal is to open my elbows here, to keep his elbows really far from his body right here, okay? Now with my thigh close to his hips, I'm gonna slide my knee to mount on my shin here, okay? And I slide down. Okay, don't try to mount like this, okay? Because then he's gonna trap your leg. Try to slide your shin as a foam roll, okay? Right on top of his thigh, and I mount, okay? Once I'm out, I keep my feet together here, right? So once I'm here, I can keep my feet together, or I can hook his legs like this, or I can lock my legs like that, okay? You can decide like which one is more comfortable for you. So once you're here, you're gonna start like bring his hands up like this, okay? His arm up. Walk with your hand forward and lock right here, okay? So it's really hard for an opponent to escape right now and have a good control. Okay, and then from here, I want you guys to do 3 submissions from mount. Okay, you can decide any submission you like. Right, you can do the one that we worked last class. Okay, right here, armbar. I taught this on Monday. Okay, we can go for a nice Americana like this. I know this position is very basic, but it works really well. Okay, from mount, especially when you mount like this, right? So I suggest you, as soon as you mount, to mount like this, like sprawling your legs out like this, okay? Sometimes if you make the transition here and you mount too high, you find someone really flexible, they can come with the legs inside, like this, okay? So again, so I go 1, 2, slide to mount, put my hands together here, see above his head, just like so. Don't keep under his head, because then he can close the elbows like that. And then he can start framing on your neck like this, okay? So make sure you walk forward like this, okay? So I like to do the Americana here, okay? I like to do the S-mount armbar, the one we worked before, okay? You can go for a nice Ezekiel, okay, right here. Place your hands over. You got the Ezekiel, okay? You can go choke that we use our own lapel right here. For this one, you gotta dismount, block the hips and move around, right? So if you guys know that. Yeah, I can go for a basic, nice cross choke. Okay, so I hold, control with the thumb in, get a nice cross choke, okay? Sorry. And you see that sometimes we have a hard time to get the cross choke because you're mounting like this. Okay, and again, if you find someone really flexible, they can come with the legs, right? So you can set up your first grip, like mounting like that. Okay, holding here the collar. Then you go with the hand under, grab the thumb inside, right behind his ear, okay? Don't grab behind his neck. Neither like too close or past the line of the ear, because then there's no pressure. So it's gonna be right behind the thumb is right behind the ear here, like this, okay? And then I go here. Even if you lock the chin right here, okay? My hand, the arm that's gonna choke him is this one here, okay? This arm, the first hand, the grip that has 4 fingers in the collar. But even knowing that he's gonna lock your chin like this, okay? Just go over, and then with the forehead, with your forearm, go right. You know, we have like this bone right here, okay? So your forearm is gonna be right under this bone, so you can open his neck. Don't try to go with the top forearm like on his neck, okay? So when you get here, you got like this, you close your chin, so and then you open like this. Just like move a little bit. So once you feel your bottom forearm is on his face, or it's on his neck, sorry, then you're gonna start choking, okay? All right, keep sprawling, all right? So that's another choke. You can go for a straight arm bar here too, like this. You can get the Americana and keep the Kimura trap, like S-mount, the Americana trap, and then go to the arm bar, okay? Just so any submission that you prefer, that you like from mount, okay? Yes, Abdi. Uh-huh. Oh, yes. So for the Ezekiel here, I can go with the lapel over like this, over his arm, and then I pass under like this, okay? So don't go under, so go over his arm and then pass under his lapel, and then you go here. So you can choke, or you can go all the way across like this. Okay, you can choke like that too, one more time. So you're sprawling here, you open the lapel, leave the lapel over his arm, pass under here, cover over his neck. I like to hold my hands like this. Get my hand like that, like close my hand. Right on the side of his throat, not in the middle. Okay, of Adam's apple, like just here, on the side. Okay, here. And then choke him out. Or I can cross all the way and then choke him, okay? We can do triangles too, anything you like, just 3 submissions, but we're also not gonna start on the side control, okay? We're gonna start in the different situations. For example, I can drill like a nice guard pass. He's gonna set up a guard on me here, okay? I'll break his grip. Go for the side smash. Okay, get on the side. Look, I'm already in the position. Boom. Mount. And then I do 3 submissions. 1, from here, 2, okay, from here, grab, 3, and I go again, okay? So it can be front sweep as well. So any sweep you like, any pass, any guard pass you like. For example, I can do a very simple and basic sweep here. Let me grab it. Like this, like sweep, come up, get on the side control, open his arm, underhook, and then start from here. Okay? And you go. So, needs to be very smooth, tight, working your muscle and don't give you space, especially when you get in side control, okay? I don't want to see your sweep like slow. It needs to be like, just like you do in the fight. Okay, during the fight. Very, very important, okay? Strong grips. You guys understand? Okay? So repeat like 3 times back and forth. 3, you do 3 times, then the other person 3 times. Okay, and then you go to the next step. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. The reason that I teach this, like this double unders here, is because I have better control, okay? It's harder for him to frame, especially this arm here under my leg. Okay, a lot of times when you mount, just holding the head like this, he's gonna push this leg to the half guard, okay? And you end up like losing the mount. And a lot of people, they feel really uncomfortable going to mount because of this, okay? Or simply like because his arm is inside here, you can mount when his arm is inside, right? So don't try to mount if his arm is here, okay? If his forearm is inside your thigh. Because then I'll mount, look, he's gonna frame me. He's gonna block me, okay? Don't try that. You gotta have, if you have just the head and arm like this, his arm must be like under your leg. Not over your leg, sorry, like this, okay? And then you mount like that. But it's still like, in the meantime, when I'm going here, he's gonna put the elbow inside, like this, and that's when he starts getting the frames and to escape, okay? So it's very, very important, okay? And in my opinion, okay, to get this underhook, if you wanna go to mount, okay? And not only that, like when I underhook his arm too, if I decide to attack his back, I can as well. I just take this hand out and I start forcing to give the back to me. Okay, so it's way better for me to do transitions to mount and back, okay? So right here I have just the mount transition, but it's risky, okay? Especially against high level guys, right? Plus I can't attack the back from here, okay? So again, we're gonna get the transition here, okay, under hook. If you can link your hands over his head like that already here, great. Remember that you're controlling the triceps and biceps, you're not controlling the forearm. Don't let his elbow go out, okay? So keep it here. Then you put pressure on him, and then you slide to mount, okay? And I like to initiate my mount like this, because he's gonna try to escape, right? I'll stay here as long as I can. If I like to compete, I gotta hold at least 4 or 5 seconds, okay, to establish my mount. But once I mount, I don't wanna be on bottom. I don't wanna mount to let my opponent flip me on bottom, okay? So I wanna be here as long as I can, okay? Of course, if I'm a mount, I feel like he's doing a really good job. I can go back to side control if I want, okay? Because sometimes it's a little bit safer to be on the side control, but you're only really gonna feel uncomfortable on mount when you don't know how to put the weight on mount, okay? Or how to establish the mount. Okay, but most of the time, if you're doing this with these elbows, it's gonna be really hard for you to escape, okay? Now let's say in the transition here, in the meantime, when I start getting the mount here, I mount high like this, okay? And that's not wrong to do that. But a lot of times your opponent will grab under your armpit like this. Because of course, if you grab my neck, for the white belts, you guys cannot do this from bottom, because then you're gonna expose your arm, okay? Don't try to choke your opponent. Most of the time he grabs the armpit like this. Even at high level, they try to do that. They try to push me forward, and they try to come with their legs like this, okay? And sometimes, guys with long legs, they lock the legs like this. And then I try to swing my hands inside, okay? And if I keep here, of course, Andrew will push me forward even more, because then he's gonna slide his head underneath of me, and then he starts escaping here. So now when I try to face him, he's already playing guard or attack me, okay? So again, when he locks the legs like this, I'll check which leg is on bottom, okay? If I wanna keep on mount, right? Because if I let him do that, I'm too late here, okay? So I'll push the leg that's on bottom here, and then I'll underhook the other leg, okay? So that's what I do here, right? Then I escape, right? Of course, if he goes in here, and then I start bringing the leg inside, and I start swinging the leg, the arms like this, great. But a lot of times it's hard, and sometimes they really lock the legs, right? Yeah. So if you lock the legs like this, lock your legs. So Andy has short legs here, but some guys with long legs, they really lock this. You see, now it's the other side, so I'll push this side down, okay? Always. All right, so we're gonna do one time this, okay? For those who are not flexible or can't do that, it's okay. But let's work in the second step. The second step is this. So when you grab my armpit here, okay? He's gonna push me forward. As he pushes me forward, I go here. Just go to the armbar. Okay, I did really fast, so slow. I do this all the time, and it works really well, okay? A lot of times I submit people like that. I mount, and I offer my armpit to them. They're like, oh, cool, I'll press my opponent forward like this, okay? What you're gonna do, you're just gonna slide your knee, you see? Your inner thigh around his triceps, okay, like this. And you're gonna bring your knee up. Your shin gonna pass over his face, okay, on the side of his face. And you're already trapped with the other side. So pretty much this leg here delivered to my arm here. Deliver his arm to my arm. And I keep my hand on the floor, and I just turn, belly up like this. Of course, he's gonna try to come up. So I'll cover right away. If you come up too fast like this, and I end up turning with my belly down, okay? Remember the class that I taught you guys Monday? You gotta face towards his feet, okay? Very important when your belly's down. Okay, don't keep like this way, because then he's gonna take the arm out. Okay? Again. So the first step, he's gonna bridge, and then he's gonna lock the legs. Let's say I'm too late to lock your legs. He locked the legs here. Even with one hand, I look which foot is on bottom, I go here. Okay? And now I just hop over his leg like this. Okay? And then I block. Okay, another thing that I do when he's trying to come with the leg over me, go with the leg over me. You see that it's because my butt is on his chest, go. So I start like trying to sit on his belly. I start going like reverse, okay? I go backwards, and then I block him, okay? Yes.
Professor, do you do it even when they keep pushing you, like forward?
Yeah, I do it like, go. I just, it's very easy, it's simple, okay?
No, but when they bring the legs and keep pushing forward, you do it like, are you?
Oh, if they keep like, because the thing is, they're not gonna keep pushing you after they pass the leg. They're gonna push you until they pass the leg. Okay, go. So they push, 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 pass the leg. Now there's no reason for him to keep pushing me. You know what I mean? So there's no reason for him to push me anymore. So now what he wants to do is to just roll back like this. Okay? He's probably gonna try to push my hips right now. That way. Okay? So he's gonna always keep the hand here until he passes the leg. Okay, so I got here, like I know he's gonna, look, when he does this, like you can tell the guys sometimes adjust. Some guys, they like to hold your collar like this. And then he goes, boom, and then I go. You see that I move forward, go. I move forward, and I slide my knee, look. This is very important, okay? It's almost like doing an ass mount, okay? But then instead I lay down and then I hook his arm already. Let's say I pass the leg over, he's gonna turn. I keep rolling to finish him, okay? So again, we're gonna work on sweeping or passing or takedown, get on side control, make the transition, and work on these two techniques, okay? Any question? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.